All the cool kids are showing off their movie collections, and now it's my turn. Some people have asked me to show off my movie collection because I own a fair amount of films. I don't own as many as some people. I don't own as many Blu-rays as some people, but I do have a lot of them, and so I'm going to show you what I have. The goal is to be able to do Blu-ray updates on like a weekly or monthly basis. I don't know, whenever I decide to do them, when I have time. But the goal is to be able to do some Blu-ray updates on occasion because I'm buying Blu-rays more often, and I enjoy like saying, I bought this for $5. I enjoy telling people about the things that I buy, especially when it comes to movies, because there's some stuff that I'll find for a really good price. I'm really excited about it, and so the Blu-ray updates are a way for me to kind of share what I have. And so I need to show you my whole collection so that I can start doing those updates, because if you don't know what I have, then the updates don't really make as much sense. They kind of do, but oh, whatever. So that's all this video is going to be, just me going through my whole collection. And I'm not going to like pull them off the shelf. I'm just going to show you on the shelf because I don't want to take all those off of there. So the way I organize my movies is by how much I like them. So the top shelf stuff is my favorite films. Then you go down the list and, you know, I like the movies less and less. But I own all these movies, so I love all of the films that I own. But these are my favorites, and then so on. And they're not really in a particular order. The shelf is more important than the exact order that they're in. The only ones that I think are in order are probably these couple. Like the first 4 or 5. Those are my favorite. Like that would be my top 5 favorite movies if I had to pick. Anyways, I'm going to get started. Pulp Fiction is right here. I have a Blu-ray copy of that right there, but I wanted to make room on my top shelf for my other favorite films, so I didn't want to bump something down because I had a duplicate of a movie. Next I have A Clockwork Orange. Stanley Kubrick is my favorite director of all time, and if you haven't seen this one, go check it out. Just don't watch it with your parents or your kids. The next one is Reservoir Dogs. I love Reservoir Dogs. This is the gasoline can edition of it. It's awesome, and if you don't think so, I don't care. You know it's awesome. Next is The Big Lebowski, my favorite comedy of all time. Next I've got Taxi Driver, great film. I have 3 copies of that, I believe. Next is Dr. Strangelove, love this film. Stanley Kubrick is the man. Then Lord of the Rings trilogy, all of them are fantastic. I love this set. This is one of the 15 disc set. It's like $40 now. If you like the Lord of the Rings and you don't own it on Blu-ray, you need to rethink your priorities. The next is The Godfather. I do own the DVD set of that as well. I actually just got the Blu-ray. And then Fight Club. I actually don't own this on Blu-ray, and I don't know why. I watch that so often. I need to get the Blu-ray copy of it. And then The Shining, Stanley Kubrick, he's the man, again. And then Inception, Christopher Nolan's great. I love all of his films. Inception's a good movie. It looks good on Blu-ray too. And then Seven. This is a movie. I actually watched just the final sequence of this film like a week ago on TV, and it's such a good movie. If you haven't seen Seven, you need to, because it. And then Memento. This is actually my favorite Nolan film. I love Memento. Then I have the Dark Knight trilogy. I do own Dark Knight on Blu-ray. I have the Mask edition of that. I do have it on Blu-ray, so don't yell at me for that. And then I have Drive. This is a great looking film, especially on Blu-ray. Next I have The Graduate. This is one of my favorite comedies of all time. And then Garden State. I love this movie. This should actually be higher up on my list. And then Amelie. This is one of my favorite comedies of all time, and it is definitely my favorite foreign film. And then Fantastic Mr. Fox and Moonrise Kingdom are coupled because they're both Wes Anderson films. Good stuff. Moonrise Kingdom was my favorite film of this year. And then Safety Not Guaranteed was on my top 10 list. I did a full review on that one. And then I bought Juno for $3 at Walmart the other day. It's a good one. Next is The Descendants. This film made me cry like a little baby. Next is 50-50. Next I have Blue Valentine. I watched this for the first time 2 weeks ago, actually. Fantastic film. Then I have Pan's Labyrinth. This is a fantastic foreign film. Then I have the entire Dollars trilogy. Some of the best westerns ever made, hands down. Sergio Leone. Then I have the Alien Anthology. I only like the first 2, but I got this set for under $20. Then I have a really good Blu-ray collector's edition of The Bridge on the River Kwai. Then I have Chinatown on DVD. Then I have a steelbook of The Shawshank Redemption. I'm going to start going through these a little quicker. American Beauty, Donnie Darko, Raging Bull, Full Metal Jacket. And I have Apocalypse Now on Blu-ray, the full disclosure set. It's really, really good. It actually comes with Hearts of Darkness as well. I highly recommend this set if you can get it for a reasonable price. And then I have the original Exorcist, one of the best horror films of all time. Great, great movie. There'll Be Blood, one of my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson films. And then finally, Looper. I went through that whole shelf with a commentary on each movie. I'm not going to do that for the rest of my shelf just for the purpose of time. This is my second copy of The Departed, The Boondock Saints, Midnight Cowboy, The Town, True Grit, Chronicle, Dirty Harry, Kick-Ass, Prometheus, Ghost Protocol, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I got this for $5 brand new. Slumdog Millionaire, I Saw the Devil. If you haven't seen this one, watch it. I think it's still on Netflix. This is a crazy movie. Citizen Kane, The Social Network, 500 Days of Summer, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, The Fly, Jaws, The Raid Redemption. This is an excellent film. If you're into like violent action flicks, watch that one too. 21 Jump Street, one of the funniest films of last year in my opinion. The Cabin in the Woods, one of the smartest films of last year in my opinion. Mean Streets, one of my favorite gangster flicks. Goodfellas, obviously, great movie. Good Will Hunting, Black Swan, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the American version. I do like the Swedish version more, I think, but I love David Fincher though, and this is a fantastic film still. And then The Strangers, this is a frightening film. Home invasion freaks me out just a little bit. Then I've got The Fighter, The Matrix, Point Break, The Hurt Locker, The Hunger Games, which I haven't seen yet, actually. I bought it for $5 on Black Friday. I haven't watched it yet. Total Recall, American Psycho, Winter's Bone, Do the Right Thing. This is Spike Lee's best film, in my opinion. The Lives of Others, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Children of Men. This movie looks fantastic on Blu-ray. And then this is the Tarantino section right here. I've got my second copy of Pulp Fiction. This is my Blu-ray copy, obviously. And then my second copy of Kill Bill. I haven't showed you the first copy. It's down somewhere else where I put my duplicates. And then this is the 1 and 2. And then Jackie Brown, Inglourious Bastards, True Romance, Sin City, Terminator 2, Glengarry Glen Ross, Heat, and finally Clerks. Alright, this is my third shelf. This is actually my friend's Criterion collection of Straw Dogs that I borrowed because I hadn't seen that movie until yesterday. Here's Superbad, The Breakfast Club, The Silence of the Lambs, the Die Hard trilogy, Burn After Reading, Office Space, The Deer Hunter, Casino, The Wrestler, Eastern Promises, Adaptation, The Orphanage, Monty Python. I actually have 2 copies of this, even though both of them are in good condition. I don't know why I bought the second one. The Sixth Sense, Troy, Platoon, The Green Mile, LA Confidential. Fantastic film. If you haven't seen this, watch it. Fargo, Schindler's List, X-Men, Justice for All, The Professional, Crash, Inside Man, Zodiac, We Need to Talk About Kevin, Snatch, Traffic, The Notebook, yes, The Notebook, it's a good movie, don't judge me, Synecdoche, I don't even know how to pronounce this one, Synecdoche, New York, sorry, ignorance, I apologize, Unforgiven, and this is Magnolia, as you can see. I bought this yesterday, actually, for $4, so it just doesn't have a place yet, but I will find one for it. This is where everything starts to get really unorganized. See, there's stuff behind here, but I don't know what to do with it yet, so... Gone Baby Gone, Panic Room, A Serious Man, 28 Days and Weeks Later, Up in the Air, Interview with a Vampire, Donnie Brasco, 300, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, The Pianist, State of Play, A Few Good Men, Jarhead, Gangs of New York, and The Last King of Scotland. There's 1 or 2 movies hiding behind the shelf here. Edward Scissorhands and the original Pirates of the Caribbean. I also have the second Pirates of the Caribbean, The Pursuit of Happiness, Munich, Watchmen, Where the Wild Things Are, American Gangster, A Christmas Story, Doomsday, this is a little guilty pleasure of mine, First Blood, Rambo, Fracture, Michael Clayton, Natural Born Killers, The Assassination of Jesse James, Knocked Up, A Beautiful Mind, Napoleon Dynamite. I have like 3 yeah, I have 2 on this shelf. That's interesting. That one's gonna go down there. The Jungle Book, The Others, Face Off, Spaceballs, the first 2 Harry Potters, Hellboy, Monty Python, The Meaning of Life, Friday Night Lights, Runaway Jury. I'm actually not a huge fan of this movie, but I think I bought it at a pawn shop just so I could watch it. King Kong, Unbreakable, Led Zeppelin. What? Okay, I forgot that I have that. I do love Led Zeppelin, but I forgot that I own that movie. Rescue Dawn, Ray, Hard Candy, Into the Wild. I'm gonna move this out of the way. The Phantom of the Opera, Liar Liar, Ocean's 11, Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels, The Jerk, and Catch Me If You Can. Ringu. This is actually really good. This is better than the American version, in my opinion. Trainspotting, District 9, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and check this out, guys. Spy Kids 3D Game Over. The Collector's Series. Yeah. Why do I still have this movie? This needs to go. The Dark Knight. This is my mask edition of it. Where's the trigger? Anyways, that's my movie collection. I know it's not the biggest, best, most awesome movie collection in the world, but that's what I have, and so, yeah. Thanks for watching.